Welcome to Peaceful Power Flow, yoga for calm and strength. Let's get started at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Make sure your feet are right underneath your hips and give yourself a good little shake out, the shoulders, the hands, the wrists, and take a nice deep breath. We're going to play a little bit here with our alignment and placement of the ribs and the hips. So go ahead and bring your arms up overhead, interlace the fingers except for your pointer fingers. And if you notice here, I'm doing a little bit of cat-cow motion. And what I'm trying to do is get those front ribs in line with the pelvis without actually tucking the tail. So inhaling and lifting, and then exhale, see if you can engage those abdominal muscles to get those front ribs together. And once you're there, as you exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale through center and exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center, go to the first side again, and inhale up through center, and exhale to the second side. Inhaling, coming up through center, exhale, go ahead and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up through vertical. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Let's step back with that left foot coming into crescent pose. Arms extend up over the ears. Exhale, settle into the legs, keeping those front ribs laced together. As you exhale, twist to the right, arms open to shoulder height. Inhale through crescent pose. Exhale, twist to the right again. Inhaling up through center. And exhale, twist to the right. Inhaling up through center. Getting a little bit deeper. Exhale, twisting. And let's tuck the elbow around the thigh. And if this is too deep for your body just yet, that's fine. 2 hands to the outer hip and thigh will be a great alternative. Keep the twist in the spine. Let your arms extend out. We're going to come into twisted half moon from here. So start to shift your weight. Back leg floats up, but the chest is still open to the right. And bring your right hand down to meet the left. Tuck that floating leg underneath. Have a seat facing the side edge of your mat and come into half Lord of the Fish. On your next inhale, look forward to the front edge of your mat. Hands down to the mat. Step back with that left foot so you're in high lunge, and then float the right leg behind you. Heel to the sit bone and flip your dog into Wild Thing. Nice stretch through the body, opening the chest and the heart center. Return to a 3-legged plank. Take that right foot. You're going to step it forward once again. Step to high lunge, and then bring the other foot forward, coming into Ardha Uttanasana at the top of your mat. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Shift your weight into the left foot. Your right foot takes a nice large step back, coming into your crescent pose. Inhale, float the arms up overhead. As you exhale, twist to your left over that front leg. Arms to shoulder height. Inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center to crescent. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist. Now we take that into a twisted lunge. So maybe you tuck the elbow, maybe the hands come to the outer hip and thigh. Allow yourself to sink in here, opening your chest, moving it away from the thigh. Let the arms extend. Right fingers come down towards the mat, coming into twisted half moon. So shifting that weight into your standing leg, back leg floats up. Gently lower the left fingertips, tuck your floating leg underneath you, half Lord of the Fish, twisting towards the back edge of your mat. Nice steady breath here. On your next inhale, the eyes come to the front, release the twist, step back into your high lunge, and then let that left heel slide back towards your sit bone. So your knee is bent, floating in the air, flip it over, Wild Thing. Flip yourself back to a three-legged plank. Step the left foot forward to high lunge, then the right foot meets the left, lifting the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up through vertical. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Let's take that left foot, step it back once again, finding your crescent pose. Inhale the arms up by your ears. Exhale your right hand to the thigh and then take a nice side bend here. So the left hand is still up overhead. Inhale through center. Exhale, now twist to your right, sinking a little deeper into those hips. Finding the deeper twist, elbow or hands to the outer hip and thigh. Eyes down to the mat, find that twisted half moon balance. Option to connect hand and foot here for a twisted Chapasana. Gently release, right hands down to the mat. Tuck the knee underneath, half Lord of the Fish. We've been here before. Hopefully it feels more familiar and a little easier on the body. Inhale your eyes to the front. Step back to that three-legged plank. Right heel comes to the sit bone. Flip your dog into Wild Thing. Option to try to float that top leg up and maybe cross the ankle. I'm having some failed attempts here, but sometimes it takes more than once to get into something. And gently bring that leg back down, a three-legged plank to a full plank, and take your Vinyasa. Knees, chest, and chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, gently press back, Down Dog or Child's Pose. Stay here and breathe. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift the head. Step the right foot forward, finding that high lunge. And bring the left to the right. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Let's take a nice big step back with that right foot coming into crescent. Inhale the arms up overhead. As you exhale, left hand to the thigh, right arm reaches over the ear for a side bend. As this deepens the stretch through the waist and the hip flexor. Inhale, bring it all the way up through center and exhale, twist to the left. Make it a little deeper, hands to the outer hip and thigh or tuck the elbow, moving the chest away from the thigh. Eyes down to the mat, extend the arms, twisted half moon balance. Option to stay here, option to bend that back leg and maybe connect that floating hand and foot for a little twisted Chapasana. Let it extend, left hand down, tuck the floating leg underneath, half Lord of the Fish. Inhale as you come through center, exhale as you twist. Stay here and breathe for a few moments. Inhale, bring your eyes to the front edge of the mat. As you exhale, step back to your three-legged plank. Heel to the sit bone. Flip it, finding your Wild Thing. Option to lift the supporting leg, so that straight leg. Sometimes it feels heavy like lead. As you could tell, my leg does not want to lift this time around. You could take a few pulses, you can cross the ankle over the thigh. Whatever happens, happens here. It's all good. Go ahead and flip it back. Both feet on the mat. Take your Vinyasa. Exhaling down, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, press back, Down Dog or Child's Pose, your choice. Stay here and breathe. On your next inhale, lifting the head, stepping the left foot forward, finding high lunge. And then step the right to the left, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Let's bring the left leg up towards the chest. Give it a little hug and then outwardly rotate, finding your connection for tree pose. Bottom of the foot to the inner leg. Staying here for a few breaths, settling in, finding that central energy through the inner thigh. Then gently release the foot, float that leg back and find your warrior two. Arms to shoulder height, palms down. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach it up and back into reverse warrior. We want that top armpit to lift up towards the ceiling as the legs sink downward. Inhale through vertical. Exhale, find your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Top arm can bind if you like, finding the opposite hip. Let your eyes come down towards the foot. Inhale, come up through vertical. Exhale, rebend, finding warrior two. Interlace your fingers behind the back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward into humble warrior. Arms float up behind you. Getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Now I'm doing this inversion free as to keep my head and heart over the hips, but you do you. Gently release the hands, left hand to the mat, right arm comes up for a twisted high lunge, opening that chest. Let the right hand come down to the mat, float to your three-legged plank, both feet down, and take your vinyasa. Lowering down, knees and chest or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Stay here and breathe. On your next inhale, lifting the eyes, stepping forward with the right foot to high lunge. And let the left foot meet the right. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, Hasta Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Let's lift that right leg up towards the chest, give it a little hug, then outwardly rotate the thigh, find tree pose. Taking a few moments here just to enjoy the pose and to breathe. Gently release the foot off the inner leg. Nice big step back, finding your warrior two, opening the hips to the side edge of the mat. Now let your arms extend, shoulder height, hips are nice and level. Inhale, flip the front palm. As you exhale, lift up, coming into your reverse warrior. Inhale, coming up through vertical, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Feel free to bind the top arm if you did that on the first side. Let the eyes come down to your front foot. Inhale through vertical, exhale, warrior two. Interlace the fingers behind the back, roll the shoulders, lift the heart, and then fold into your humble warrior. Torso is the inside of the thigh. Getting a nice stretch while strengthening at the same time. Let the arms release, right hand down, square off the hips. Inhale the left arm up for a nice high lunge twist. Place that hand down to the mat, three-legged plank to a four-legged plank, and then take your vinyasa. Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Stay and breathe. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift the head, tuck the toes underneath and come into a squat. We're getting a nice stretch through the bottoms of the feet, the Achilles tendons, the calves, and the back gets a nice stretch here as well as the chest is on the thighs. Start to walk your hands along your sides to the back. We're looking for a quad stretch here. And as you do this, you're going to allow one knee to lower a little bit more than the other. And you'll have to play a little bit to find that stretch along the top of the thigh. Once you find it, just stay for a breath or two and gently switch from side to side. Wonderful. Let's walk those hands forward again. Coming into tabletop, roll those ankles around, flex and point the feet. Then extend the right leg back, slide it forward into your pigeon pose. Option to stay up in your back bend to get more of a stretch through the front of the hip. Option to fold forward if you prefer. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift yourself up, tuck the back toe, and let's extend that right leg back again. Stay balanced on your left knee, modified side plank, and gently plant the foot down. Inhale through vertical, exhale gate pose, getting a nice side bend here. Inhale through vertical, exhale knees together, have a seat in the middle of your mat, and just take a few breaths here. Good. Let's try the second side. So coming onto hands and knees. Inhale the left leg back. As you exhale, slide it forward for pigeon. Knee behind the same side wrist. Settle in, prop where you need to. Option to stay in the back bend, keeping the chest lifted. Option to gently fold forward. Now, if you are inversion free, be very mindful here that you do keep your head and your heart higher than your hips. So propping on your elbows as I am doing. I also have a free guide for you. If you click the link below in the description and the comments, you get a free guide to help you stay inversion free. All right, on your inhale, go ahead and lift that head, coming up onto your hands. Let's slide it back to a three-legged tabletop, then swivel to face the side edge of your mat for modified plank. Gently shift your weight, planting the floating foot down. Inhale through vertical, and then exhale, gate pose, side bending over your straight leg. Inhale, come up through vertical. As you exhale, bring your knees together, gently sit on the heels. Let's take a few moments here. Allow yourself to feel the feels and take a nice deep breath. All right, let's come into a seated position. Legs out in front, feel free to shake them out a little bit. And scoot forward on the mat so you have enough space behind you. Gently roll down through the spine. Once your head reaches, bring your heels closer to your sit bone. Just allow yourself to be here for a moment. One of my most favorite parts of the practice. Let's take our arms out to the side to a T. Pull your thighs towards your chest, and then let the legs gently lower to the left for a spinal twist. If your head and neck are good with it, you can rotate your head to the right. If this becomes too much or you get dizzy or lightheaded, of course, turn your head so that you're more comfortable. Option to extend the top leg, maybe hand and foot connect here. This will deepen the stretch through your back, your outer hip, thigh, and the hamstring is now included. It's up to you, whichever variation you like. Gently release the hand and foot. If they're connected, let your legs float back through neutral. Maybe give a little hug. Now we'll take the other side. So allowing the hips to lower to your right, arms to your side to a T. Head can rotate to the left. Option, of course, to extend the top leg, hand and foot can connect. Gently release hand and foot, restacking the feet. Bring the legs to neutral, adjusting your hips, and hug the knees in towards your chest. Maybe give a little rock from side to side here. Bring the feet flat and make your way into your Shavasana. Legs are mat width apart, falling to their natural rotation. Arms by your sides at a comfortable angle, shoulder height or lower, palms flip upward. Let your eyes close and take rest in stillness. Start to deepen your breath and find some energy in your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Arms extend up overhead when you're ready for a nice full body stretch. Hug the knees in towards you and maybe give a little rock from side to side. Roll onto your right side into fetal position. Bottom arm serves as a pillow for your head, and stay here for a few moments. Gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes remain closed. When you're settled, hands come to prayer at your heart center. Use this opportunity for a final check-in and how you feel after today's practice. How do you feel physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and spiritually? Now take a few moments here for some gratitude. What are you thankful for in this moment? And give yourself a few reasons why you're thankful for that. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste.
And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. See you next time.